Hello everyone, welcome to the Nightly News. I'm your host, Hart. Before we get started, let's jump to Hannah Koch, who has an update on what's happening in Ukraine.
Thank you, Carly. It's almost impossible to describe the devastation Ukraine has been experiencing this last month. The images behind me can only give us a glimpse into what's going on. But today's segment is not of death and destruction, but of hope, a possible light at the end of the tunnel for the people of Ukraine. In an interview Sunday, Ukrainian President Zelensky offered what might be the first piece of hope, saying that he's open to a neutrality agreement. But what is neutrality, and what could that mean for the future of Ukraine if it goes through? According to experts, by becoming a neutral state, Ukraine would act as a buffer state between Russia and the rest of the world, unable to get involved in any military operations. This could put an end to the invasion, as under the agreement, Russian troops should withdraw from the country. However, neutrality does come with its own set of drawbacks. Ukraine would most likely not be able to join NATO, something the country has been attempting to do for years. Joining NATO would help Ukraine gain military backing and distance themselves from Russia, with an end goal of joining the European Union. So why hasn't NATO admitted Ukraine? Well, after doing some research, I found that NATO is required to act against any country that comes in conflict with a NATO country. If Ukraine were to join and come in conflict with Russia, NATO would have to take action, and experts say this would be nothing but disastrous. While neutrality does come with its own set of drawbacks, it might just be the answer that the people of Ukraine are looking for. We'll see how peace talks go this week. I'm Hannah Koch with the Nightly News. Carly, back to you.
Thank you, Hannah, for the update. Graduation is coming in just 37 days. Furman is looking to choose an amazing commencement speaker to give a speech at graduation. Those in the running are Sydney Beeson, George Kine, Kristen Newman, Rosie Kim, and Helena Arts. If you would like to have a hand in who receives the honor, you can go to the chapel on Monday, April 4th at 3 p.m. and hear them give their speeches. After, you will be able to vote on who you believe is the best speaker for the 2022 graduation. Well, the results are in for this year's student government election. President-elect is Josh Schwope, Vice President-elect is Meredith Irvin, Treasurer-elect is Emma Hardin-Parker, and finally, Secretary-elect is Carisha Brown. Congratulations to all the candidates. Falling behind on your CLPs, here's a few opportunities you can attend next week. On Monday, April 4th at 7 p.m., discover if it is possible to do well while doing good in Daniel Chapel. Then on Wednesday, April 6th, media and politics specialists will come to discuss the relationship between social media and free speech, while also explaining what the future will look like with respect to social media and politics. This will be at 6:30 in Watkins. Lastly, on Thursday, there will be a discussion about Patsy Takemoto Mink, the first woman of color in Congress and also the namesake for Title IX. That will be in McEachern, which is at Furman Hall 214. Speaking of CLPs and graduation, internships are a huge way to get on top of things and succeed at Furman. Let's go back to Hannah for that story.
The internship office here has great resources for students to take advantage of. For instance, Diane Eisminger helped one of our reporters, Alexis Hildenbrandt, rewrite her resume and edit her LinkedIn page. Let's check it out.
A lot of times I have students come in and they get a little frustrated. It's like, oh, I can't find anything. And when we show them how to filter things, one, it shows them a lot more opportunities, but two, it's also giving them the skills that they're going to use in Handshake and other job boards when they go to graduate. First thing we start out with is just a conversation about what are the student interested in, what is it they want to do, and then from there we just make sure they have a resume, a cover letter, etc., and then we help them identify what are the opportunities that will help them achieve that, and then help them with the application process, and if it's not paid, apply for the summer fellowship. That application is due by March 31st. So the internship database is actually cultivated from relationships that we have with partners here in the Greenville community and actually throughout the state of South Carolina, as well as Furman alum and parents of current or former students throughout the United States. And again, when students come in and meet with us, we show them how to search the database, how to go through the opportunity, how to look at what the qualifications are for the position, and then what the application instructions are, including the deadlines for the different opportunities. I'll help you with all your application materials, whether it's a resume, a cover letter, a LinkedIn profile. We'll also help you network. We'll go out on the Furman LinkedIn site and help you identify individuals. We can teach you how to do an informational interview, reach out to individuals so that you know how to approach them.
Another great resource that students should take advantage of is the Malone Center. The Malone Center has finished their events and opportunities for this spring, but here's a list of what they offer year-round. one-on-one career advising appointments that cover everything from resumes to grad school to job offer negotiations. Handshake is a career management system where you can see all of their events as well as all jobs posted specifically for Furman students. Big Interview, which is an online mock interview and interview education platform. If you check out their YouTube page, it has every alumni panel and employment information session that has been holding virtually since March of 2020. Career pathways and identity-based resource libraries on their website. A plethora of other career-focused guides that can be found on their website throughout the career resources page. Stop by the internship office and the Malone Center, which are located in the Trone Student Center. Carly, back to you.
Next, we want to highlight the Communications Department mascot, our very own Clyde. As you've passed by our studio, you may have seen the doggy in the window. That's Clyde. He's been helping students de-stress this year. He holds his office hours on most weekdays. As you can see, he is friendly and loves to be petted.
I think that Clyde's a great resource for people who are stressed out during the year. Obviously, I have a dog at home, and I really miss being able to just kind of relax with her. So having Clyde, especially in Furman Hall where it's so there's always students there, I think that it's really great that he's so friendly and always welcoming, and it's just really great to have him there.
Students from all majors have stopped by to de-stress and get a little puppy love. So if you see him in the window, feel free to come inside and pet him. Last Thursday, FUSAB threw an arts market for students with small businesses to showcase and sell their products. Sydney Stevens checked that out for us.
This event hosted a variety of student artists and small business owners, ranging from jewelry to upcycled clothing, baked items, and even stickers. Gracie Carroll says her custom sticker business is a creative outlet that she started over quarantine.
For quarantine, COVID in 2020, I was so bored, and so I started making stickers for all my friends, and then they gave me the bright idea to start an Instagram account, so I've been selling stickers through there ever since.
Gracie's not the only one whose friends inspired her to start her business. Emma Caruth says she started her jewelry company, Saltwater Strands, with two of her best friends.
As seniors, we wanted to get to know how to start a company, and so we make handmade jewels, and they all have saltwater pearls on them. My favorite are probably the gold beads, which are like this, and then I really like the different colored beads and the double and triple necklaces with initials.
With 15 vendors and over 100 shoppers, it's safe to say the market was a huge success.
Thanks, Sydney. What a great way for students to support other students on campus. This past Tuesday, Zeta Tau Alpha held their annual male pageant, Big Man on Campus. Here's that story.
Big Man on Campus is Zeta Tau Alpha's philanthropy fundraiser for breast cancer awareness and education, where men from all different organizations on campus come out to compete against one another in a pageant through talents, fundraising, and dancing.
We are actually serving a purpose within our community, and not just in Furman or Greenville, but all over the United States, because all of the proceeds go directly to breast cancer awareness, Bright Pink, NFL, all those organizations that partner with Zeta. And so it's a really good time for us to kind of connect within our own communities and make a difference.
This year, Zeta Tau Alpha raised over $6,500 towards breast cancer awareness and had over 200 people come out to support. The crowd laughed and cheered on all the contestants, but hearts fell heavy when they spoke about why they support Zeta's philanthropy.
I want everybody in here to raise their hand if they know or have ever been impacted by breast cancer. I want you guys to take a look around. These hands you see, the number of people who raise their hands, is the reason that we need to do this philanthropy and raise awareness, because it affects everybody.
And in the end, the judges raised their hand for one candidate.
Zeta Tau Alpha's 2022 Big Man on Campus is Isaiah.
Congrats to Isaiah, and thank you to everyone who came out to support. If you didn't get a chance to come out this year, remember there is always next year. Shifting to pop culture news, the recent feud between rapper Kanye West and comedian Pete Davidson has caused quite a buzz online. So to get the scoop on what Furman students are thinking, we sent Dalton Arnette back out on the street in this week's edition of Dalton on the Street.
Hi everyone, today we're going to be going around asking people whether they're Team Kanye or Team Pete. Come on, let's go. Okay, I have a very important question for you. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
For absolutely no money at all, are you Team Kanye or Team Pete?
Pete.
Why?
I just feel like he's not the drama.
He's not the drama, and Kanye's the drama?
He's the drama, for sure.
Is he the villain?
I think he's the villain.
Are you Team Kanye or Team Pete?
Team Kanye.
Why?
I like Kanye's albums. Pretty good. Pretty fire. You know,
Cool.
Pete Davidson's a little overrated.
Wow. Okay, so I have a very important question for you.
Okay.
It's going to be the most important question you answer at Furman University.
Oh, crap.
Okay. Are you Team Kanye or Team Pete?
Oh, I'm Team Pete. Are you kidding? Like, Kanye, he crazy now.
Okay.
He was good, but he crazy now.
Okay.
Like, crazy.
Okay. So
plus Pete has a tattoo of Kim saying like, my girl's a lawyer.
yeah, but that's crazy.
I mean, you have to think about the label of craziness. Which one are you like trading though? You
okay,
know,
touche.
Like,
There's levels of crazy. Are you Team Kanye or Team Pete?
Kanye. Pete.
Oh, wow. There's division among the group. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, please, join us.
Okay, so why are you Team Kanye?
I would say because of the entertainment he provides.
His posts are too iconic.
Too iconic to quit. Okay, now you, Little Miss Different. Why are you Team Pete?
I think Kanye is psycho.
Okay, well, you know, we all have hot takes. Well, there you have it. It looks like Furman students are pretty divided on this. We'll have to see how it turns out. Back to you.
Thanks, Dalton. Keep those hot takes coming. Furman fans, here's another hot take. If you love sports, we have a chance for you to get work experience and watch your favorite teams in action. The Furman Athletics Creative Service Department is looking for digital interns in content creation for the next school year. If you are at all interested in capturing content like this, I would highly recommend emailing Carly Rose for more information. You can get the opportunity to be a content creator as well as being courtside cheering on your own Furman Paladins.
Athletics is one of the best ways to build community around campus. If you want to help be part of the team behind the team, you can email me at carly.rose@furman.edu.
Go check out the Furman Paladins Instagram handle for a better look. Speaking of athletics, let's now turn to Kyra Cox for sports.
Thanks, Carly. We start today with the Queens of the Court. Women's tennis swept Wofford 7-0 in their conference opener this Thursday. Here are the top plays from that match. Number 53 ranked Julia Adams keeps calm and collected in this rally against Wofford's Lily Stereos to win her singles match 6-1. In Flight 2, Ellie Shopi displays that she's an aggressive returner of the ball to clinch her singles win 6-2. Dylan put on a good fight here with her opponent, really making her chase her returns. She prevailed to close out her close win 7-6. After their big conference win against Wofford, the Lady Paladins unfortunately fell short to Clemson 3-4. Women's golf was also at Clemson this weekend, playing in the Clemson Invitational. Junior Anna Morgan had another top 5, finishing 5 over, and sophomore Sophia Burnett got a top 25, finishing plus 10. The women's team finished 8th out of 17 teams at 44 over, beating notable teams like Clemson, Vanderbilt, Notre Dame, and Tennessee. Softball faced Chattanooga this weekend on Saturday, losing 3-6 and 4-7 in their doubleheader, but finishing strong with a win on Sunday, 7-5. This past Saturday, the Paladin football team had their spring game, where fans were able to watch for the first time since the fall. The game marks the end of their spring training in preparation to an exciting fall schedule. Coach Hendricks is overjoyed with the progress Furman football has made during their time of spring practice.
But no, just really pleased with our kids' focus, and I thought we finished on a good note Saturday. Again, a little momentum going into the next phase of our program.
Some of the Paladins' most experienced players are also pleased with their training.
Spring training went pretty well. We had a good solid 15 practices. We finished up with our spring game. It was a great environment. It was good to have fans out there to see us, all the hard work that we put in and stuff like that, including from the weight room to the field. It was just a great day.
The energy was high at Saturday's scrimmage, with the guys super excited to finally hit the field after a long off season.
The practice is always fun. It's always fun to compete against each other, especially when we do 11 versus 11. That's the best thing. That's part of football, when you can compete against your guys. And then it's just fun being out there. You gotta love the game. Like, if football it's a fun sport, team sport. It's all about a commitment. It seems like everybody on the team, we got a commitment to play the football. So that's what we're going to hopefully do this season and bring it all together.
The last time the Paladins won the conference was in the fall of 2018. They have been so close to winning another, just falling a bit short. The boys use this as motivation to do better coming fall.
It is most years, just trying to get a little better each week. Certainly much more of a veteran football team. I do think we'll have some new guys that are joining us that'll have a chance to contribute. But I think it's like anything, being able to start relatively fast, get a chance to play here on Thursday night to open the season, go to Clemson week 2, Charleston Southern week 3, which are all non-conference games.
The Paladins have a stacked schedule with their first 2 games against neighbors NGU and Clemson, which is a great
huge game, as they all will be. But again, I think it's just the focus of controlling what we can control, just doing the things we can do in the off season, and being ready to play, at a high level from week 1.
These guys are sure putting in a lot of work, and we are excited to see how Coach Hendricks and the team do next fall. April 2nd and 3rd, the men's golf team will participate in the Augusta Haskins Award Invitational in Augusta, Georgia. Sunday, April 3rd, men's tennis will take on Mercer Bears in Macon, Georgia at 1:30. The women's tennis team has a packed week. They'll begin at home against Chattanooga on Saturday, April 2nd at 10 a.m. Then travel to Mercer Sunday at 9:30 a.m. They'll be back on the road again Tuesday to play Western Carolina at 2 p.m. Saturday, April 2nd at 1 p.m., women's lax plays Gardner-Webb in North Carolina, then play again on Wednesday against Longwood at 3 p.m. in Virginia. Both games will stream on ESPN+. Softball also has a doubleheader on Wednesday, April 6th at Clemson. The first game is at 4 and the other at 6. Junior women's lacrosse player Megan Beale is highlighting mental health awareness for student athletes. Neci Harris has the story.
Megan Beale is a junior on the women's lacrosse team who took it upon herself to bring Morgan's Message to Furman. Morgan's Message is a nonprofit organization whose goal is to change the stigma around mental health for student athletes. The New York native learned about Morgan's Message this past summer and decided it was an important organization to bring to Furman's campus.
I applied to become an ambassador for it this past fall, and then I was able to, because I missed the deadline because it was kind of late, but I was able to make it a club here at Furman this past spring.
Megan's goal is to create an environment where athletes can come and participate in activities to further strengthen their mental health and create a sense of community.
My goal is to not only limit it to just the lacrosse athletes, but all athletes on campus, the men's teams, the women's teams, and just get everyone involved in activities, education games, to just kind of raise awareness about mental health and student athletes, because it's something I'm really passionate about.
Being a student athlete, Megan has a personal understanding of the issue of athletes' mental health.
At least comes from mainly personal experiences, and then also experience with people that I love, like teammates, friends that might not be here for me, like past teammates, current teammates, and just having gone through it myself and coming on the other side of it, that kind of what drives it, is trying to help others that I know maybe are in the kind of the thick of it right now.
Being a student athlete myself, I understand how taxing it is to manage your mental health along with playing a sport and juggling academics.
At the end of the day, the sports we're playing, whether it be volleyball or lacrosse or basketball, it's supposed to be something that we love, and I feel like naturally, especially at the Division I level and the Division III level, there's a lot of pressure put on us to have the good grades, be good representatives of the school, do well in sports, and I think that all that pressure sometimes weighs down on us, and we lose sight of the fact that we're still people, and we're still just supposed to be playing the sport that we love. And I feel like the drive to be we're all overachievers, we're perfectionists, and I feel like that takes away from the fun and the love that we have for the sport.
Neci Harris, The Nightly News.
If you'd like to play a part in Morgan's Message at Furman, reach out to Megan Beale at megan.beale@furman.edu or go online at morgansmessage.org to learn more or sign up to be an ambassador like Megan. Before we leave you, one of our very own Anna Morgan is competing at one of the most prestigious events in amateur women's golf. Anna is playing in the Augusta National Women's Amateur today. She's playing in the first round at Champions Retreat Golf Course. Carly, Anna Morgan just finished her first round at Champions Retreat, finishing 1 over. That puts her at the top 10 of the top 70 girls in the world.
So does that mean she automatically goes to Augusta on Saturday?
No. After tomorrow's round, if she's in the top 30, she will play at Augusta on Saturday, which is the biggest stage of golf.
Well, that's incredible. We'll definitely have to be watching to see how she finishes. That's all we have for today's show, so we'll leave you with some reflections from this week.